Please, gentlemen, do be careful with that crate. It's not entirely safe. No offense, ma'am, but we kind of figured that out from the growling noises. I suppose she's gotten her muzzle off again. Dare I ask what you're bringing onto my ship, Commander? Oh, wild animal. Terribly ferocious. Best not to think about it too much, I find. I really am terribly grateful for the hospitality, Captain. I know you weren't given much notice of my arrival. Given the war, I've been having too much advance notice of anything would only confuse me. No, I wasn't. All I was really given was a vague premise that you'd be explaining what's going on once you settled it. That's the spirit. Okay. I do thank you for finding rooms for my bevy of boffins as well. I realise that arranging for privacy for a research team is challenging under circumstances. That's one word for it, yes. But we feel the League agrees that our little project best served by a particular degree of discretion. Your Royal Navy? Only in the grave duress, on both sides really. And you're assigned to HMS Pembroke? I suppose I am. Which is... what exactly? Yes, that's an excellent question. By the way, Captain, I do hope we're making good time. We are. I take it we're on an intercept course. Very good, Captain. You're really very clever. Am I permitted to ask what we hope to intercept? Let me rephrase, what are the Morganas up to now? If our suspicions are correct, I'm afraid it's not so much a matter of what as is of who. Captain, I think you're needed on the bridge. You may be about to see what I mean. She's already talking. Interesting. I need an explanation now. We can start with the mystery, Morgana, and what was wrong with it. Wrong? Interesting. Captain, you have much more experience than I do seeing those things in battle. Can you tell me what was different? Actually, wait. Would you mind clearing the deck, please? This should be done in relative privacy. And I don't think I should be too far away from that crate just now. Groan. I was really hoping the sedatives would last longer. Give us some space, people. Now, what are we dealing with? You tell me. That ship was different from your normal Morgana. How exactly? Apart from being totally new to me? No, my ship, my questions. It's like it wasn't totally in focus, and its destruction was more thorough than I usually see. And the Morgana herself hardly moved, if she was there at all. And her taunts? I wouldn't read too much into them. It seems almost like a reflex. I've heard that kind of pre-battle garbage from Morganas that otherwise couldn't do more than scream. Now, your turn. Frustrating, but fair. We don't think she was fully awake yet. We don't even think she was fully here yet. First wave of Morganas, we're still trying to bring her over. How about you start from the beginning? No, regretfully my boffins and I need to get out where that shit was. And we need to do it immediately. This is the most important mission you have going right now, Captain. Explanations can wait. Crash. What the hell is in that thing? Honestly? Please. Evil teddy bear. Nash, nash, nash. In the custody of His Majesty's government, I'm afraid. Fair enough. Nope, I'm confiscating it until we know what the hell is going on. Crunch, crunch. I'm fairly certain that's the sound she makes as she gnaws through steel manacles, if you're curious. She? Yes. Don't ask how we know. It was quite dramatic for everyone involved. The Boffins and I were either going to call her Belphegor or Blinky. I have a positive associations with both. I'm going to get the ship where you need it now. Thank you for seeing me, Captain. I know it's long overdue, but you've been working hard, I know. Given the noises from your workshop area, I'd honestly be unprepared to bet that any of you have slept at all in the last few days. Oh, it hasn't been so bad. And I'm grateful to your crew for taking dear Blinky off our hands. You've done a remarkable job domesticating her. Oh shit! Shoot it! Shoot it! It's going for my fucking eyes! Play dead! You're supposed to play dead! Ah, the carefree sounds of springtime. It's not actually spring. Uh-huh. Can someone send our bell out to pacify the teddy bear, please? So I take it that this thing has something to do with our new visitor. Mm-hmm. There's at least one more in captivity somewhere. Sailors occasionally spot them swimming around. She seems to be careless with them. Can't say I blame her. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we need to get a hand on... get us that other bear too. Indeed, at any rate. What we can tell is that it's a rare case of a Morgana who travels with, well, one hesitates to call it a crew. Mascots that reflect her particular mania, perhaps. But not under her control. No, oddly she, Blinky that is, seems quite taken with your own Belle. And there's no sign of mind control as we're coming to understand it. Oh, sweet mother of... It's in my hair. God, please don't make me watch this. Do you mind if I close the hatch? Please do. Don't tell me what you know. No? Very little. This is what we suppose. Morganas you know were the tip of the spear. There have been documented sightings of other shimmerings in like mirage. Shimmering like mirages and then vanishing. Till recently, they've been unable to fight. In fact, they seemed unaware of their surroundings, so far as anyone can tell. But now that's changing. Yes, we believe they're leaving parts of themselves behind. When they do appear, you don't mind the metaphor, anchors in our world. Their colleagues from the first wave gathered these fragments to amplify their unusual properties, bring the second wave closer and closer to fully manifesting. Huh. And you base this on what exactly? Observation? I know Morgana's better than most, and I haven't seen widespread evidence of them collecting parts or conducting unusual experiments by Morgana's standing anyway. Or by Morgana standards anyway. You think we're wrong? No, I think you're more confident than you ought to be. Which probably means you have a source of intelligence I don't. I like you. I can see you're going to be terribly inconvenient in any number of ways, but I like you. Thank you. Great. So. You know more than most about the very start of the war. Of course, Schleswig-Holstein's first shot appeared to be the first shot the appearance of Morgana's. Yeah. What you may not know is that around 4 o'clock in the morning at September 2nd, 4 Island time, the world had its first documented case of a major battle between two Morgana groups. The larger force was comprised of vanities and delusions, big girls, but denied use of their bombers. That made the difference. The other groups was two ships. A colleague of mine with a taste for the opera has a code name of Sigmund and Sieglade. The details are sketchy. Even from direct witnesses, it seems clear that Sigmund gave her life for Sieglade. Though badly damaged, it could escape the attack. Sieglinde was mortally wounded, but she kept running for weeks. Sending radio messages, she ran into an attacked human sailor so she could impart what information she had to share. Hope. Yes, that too, I should think. Siegmund? Well, she died a lot sooner. But the Morganas who killed her didn't do a very good job at cleaning up the mess she left. And bits of our girl found their way to Vagafort. And I'm sure I said that badly, by the way. I do apologize. That's where my colleagues and I come in. You could say that Siglade called you, Sigmund called to us. We've been studying what she left behind. We knew the second wave was coming, and our investigation helped us secure Diablinki. But we don't have the means to engage these new ships as they appear. You do. Do you have any idea what's coming? Names? Specifics? Right. Any ideas on how to stop reinforcements from coming? I'm hearing about all of this now. Yes, you're welcome, by the way. Would this be a good time to ask if you could bring on a new crew member for me? Some of my colleagues were looking for an unusual skill set. I don't have the budget, but don't push your luck. I'm sure we can use all the unusual skill sets we can get. Very forward thinking of you, Captain. Now, if you don't mind, I should get back to our little headquarters before my colleagues set any fires they can't contain. Wait. Captain? I'm curious. What was your Sigmund's name? Oh, I have no idea. There wasn't any evidence left of her to say. Don't take the strong way, but I don't know if I believe you. So ominous. That's all the photos that are worth anything, Captain. We got them developing in record time. I appreciate that you're sharing them. You a lot in the boffin squad sometimes keep more secrets than I'd like. Oh, I'm not really one of them, Captain. They had me at the last minute when they found out I could get my hands on the plane. But, I mean, it's not a permanent thing. I wish it was, to be honest. It's good to feel like I'm doing my bit. Hang on. This is actually a photo of her deck. The Mystery Morgana. Yeah. It was weird. She let me get really close and the AA guns never did anything. I thought there were these little monkey things maybe. Little guys crawling all over the place. Anyway. Teddy bears? Oh, good. Oh god. Like that one stalking midshipman Derek Belgrady? Aye. One eye. One eye in the dark. It sees everything. Never mind that. This deck photo. It's actually her, isn't it? Morgana herself lying down? I think so, Captain. I don't know who else it would be. She looks awfully young for a demon lady. Or a cursed Valkyrie. Captain? Sorry, I spent the last week reading up on operas to try and figure out some references. It's getting hard to shake off. The Captain's life is a complicated one, I guess. Seems that way sometimes. You know, the fleet could use another good scout. Any chance you'd like to stay on? Captain, that's... Yes, thank you. I'll pull the appropriate strings and thank you. Dismissed. Let's get to action stations, people. The enemy's close. That's 3 for 3, Commander. I don't suppose you'd care to tell me we're on the verge of banishing her before she manifests for real. No, but on a more positive note, we're tracking some really fascinating fluctuations in the sea temperature around the last wreckage. Every little bit helps, I suppose. I'm looking forward to the inevitable heavily radiated report. Well, if we're not seeing the forest, I'm glad you're documenting 1 or 2 of the trees. There's also a toy you might want to play with, if you're willing to sign off on the risk. If it's a new type of ravenous stuffed animal, it's an 80cm gun, intact. Morgana's make. My team's prepared to sign off on it being utterly almost maybe combat safe and ready for field experimentation. That's a terrible idea. I want a bell to sign off on it. Already done. The lady of the ship sees no danger in attempting mind control or other Morgana shenanigans. It's training the crew to use and maintenance that could be a hassle. And it's worth a shot, thank you. I'm excited to see how it works. Changing topic, I want to talk to you about these Morgana photos. I can't help but notice that they've gone missing. Sorry, urgent need and all that. And at least you got the negatives carefully hidden away somewhere. Hope you got them safe from Blinky, mind you. She seems eager to tear them up. You know she was trying to help target the Mystery Morgana in battle. I think she just likes the guns. They do seem like very nice guns. Captain, you should be very proud. Uh-huh. About the photos, any insight you'd care to offer? The pajamas don't look very warm. I was hoping for ideas and a name. Or two. Does it matter? I don't know how well you know Bells, Commander, but yes, names can matter. Quite a bit. But Bells and Morganas are different, yes? Fundamentally different, totally opposites and that. And, you know, it seems like they're a little bit telepathic. If you believe in that kind of thing. So maybe it's not the names that matter. Maybe they react to what we think about the names. This is an experiment. Are you not sharing information to see if my not knowing things influences enemy development? You're not telling me anything new, Commander. Trust me, if they were really telepathic, I'd be super dead by now. I say it again, Captain. I do like you. What would you call her, based on what you've seen so far? Say that terrible war's getting away from us, Commander. Cough. I think we've gotten to where you want us to be. Don't take this the wrong way, Captain. But I was under the impression that the bells could keep the Morgana's mist at bay. Nobody's died from it. I think that counts. But no, you're right. I haven't seen anything this bad since the start of the war. And the bells know Morgana's all around us. Apparently, they can't get a lock. I can't get a lock. I hope you're getting good data. I know I am. Because we're not staying long. Because this feels like the most dangerous situation I've put my crew into since the start of this whole mess. I'm not sure that just turning around is much of an option, Captain. Grrr. She's hiding behind you. That's adorable. She's gnawing at my calf. But she's doing it affectionately. Her leg would be clean off by now. Thank you for that. I've seen it happen. Please stop. Just 5 more minutes. Oh, hell. You object to the timing? That's a new voice, Commander. That's our new Morgana. Ah, she's waking up. Or coming through, or shambling towards Bethlehem. To be born? Whatever. Our broadcast range in extreme Morgana conditions is usually minimal, but this is the first captain of the Neutrality Fleet speaking on behalf of the League of Nations. I don't want us to be enemies, not if we don't have to be. I strongly recommend you turn around and go back to where you came from. We're ready when you are, lady. Come out and say hello. Yawn. I was expecting something a little bit more dramatic. Electric lights flicker. One overhead bulb explodes. Fine, fine, I'm coming. I can't believe you guys haven't won this yet. Who are we killing this time, anyway? Captain, we have visual contact. Oh, I see. It's Acadia. What? Never mind, be ready to engage. Unknown vessel, this is your best chance you're going to get. Stand down and talk to us about... Really? I just got here and I'm already being harassed by the locals. Ugh, you guys suck. You had one job, Vanity. Yawn. Guys, make this go away, okay? Shoot the noisy one first. Cough. Get the fires out. Get us into position of the debris. At the debris. Time is of the essence, people. I appreciate the sentiment, Captain, but I think we're just about done. Don't get me wrong, I'm always hungry for more data, but the temperature spikes are normalizing the strange electromagnetic pulses seem to have stopped. I noticed the compass wasn't spinning anymore. I think the deed is done. Sloth is fully here now. And our real priority now is to get my boffins safely onto dry land so we can start figuring out what to do with the next time this happens. Okay, we'll make sure that happens. But right now you're going to talk to me about Arcadia. I am? Commander, I've been restrained about this, but I do outrank you. On paper, yes. Anyway, there's nothing to tell. The Boffins and I have spent ages brainstorming horrible things that might serve as Morgana names. 7 deadly sins were always obvious. Ah, Arcadia is Sloth. Yes, Arcadia is Sloth, and I think Sloth is her. Dr. Foy actually had £3. Bet going on one of them would appear before this year was out. Uh-huh. So you're just saying... So you're just thinking the 7 deadly sins anyway. Or the 7 deadliest anyway. And it just clicked when you saw her in action. It's not that you saw something in the lightest show before she fully manifested. That what the rest of us didn't. I'm sure your eyes are just as good as mine, Captain. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get the diver ready for the one last survey. Sloth is our enemy in more ways than one. Dismissed. Yeah, we got another snow. You need the company, don't you, buddy? Truer words have never been spoken.